Victor Siller, who is the managing director and founder of Eden Dairy Limited, will now take us through the yogurt making process.
This is our production room, and as you can see, it's kind of a restricted area due so as to maintain high hygiene standards. So the guys inside leave their shoes outside, so that's why they in bare feet. But we can get inside, so that I'll take you through. This is a pasteurizer. It's a batch pasteurizer. Its capacity is 250 liters. So it can do several batches in a day. It depends with how fast it is and how effective our process is. But we pasteurize our milk here. This is where our milk comes after it's received. We pour it into the pasteurizer and then pasteurize it. Pasteurization means boiling at very high temperatures. While the milk is being pasteurized, we add sugar and the stabilizers. The stabilizer is what makes the yogurt to be a bit thick, around 45 degrees. It's when we add the stabilizer. Then we boil the milk until it reaches 90-95 degrees for like almost 1 hour. Then from there, we transfer the milk from the pasteurizer to the cooling tank. So that's why you saw him using the door, transfer the milk from the pasteurizer to the cooling tank. So the milk will stay here until it attains a temperature of around 42 degrees Celsius. So from the cooling tank, after it attains 42 degrees, it will be poured to the all-in containers. And they will add the culture. The culture is what now makes the milk to be yogurt. After adding the culture, the milk will be held into these containers overnight, almost 12 hours. Then the following day in the morning when we come, it will be yogurt. Then from there, we'll add the flavors depending on how much vanilla you want to take into the market, how much strawberry you want to take into the market. Now we'll add the flavors here. Then from there, the yogurt now is poured into the cup fillers. It's measured. You see this machine here? It measures the mLs. If it's 100 ml, 150 ml, 250 ml, 500 ml, we use the Kawain scale there to measure the quantities. Then from there, these are the guys who seal. They'll seal using the charcoal iron box, which is it's a bit effective compared to those machines there. The reason why we use the charcoal iron box, it's because the machines that we bought for sealing did not work out as we had anticipated. I had bought them from China, and then it's kind of they became a bit obsolete. So we had to innovate. And the charcoal iron box is in fact faster than those machines that we had bought. So for now we are working with the charcoal iron box, but of course as we grow, we'll now need the automatic cup sealer. There's an automatic cup sealer which fills and seals. The expiry, we normally stamp on the foils. We stamp on top of the foils, like for this one, it's already been stamped. When the yogurt has been packaged into the cups, it stays here overnight in the freezer. This is our cold room, but for big companies have a cold room. But for us, we are using the freezer as our cold room. So when the yogurt stays here, it's incubated overnight. Then the following day it will be perfect and ready for sale. Before now, this yogurt is taken to the market. It will take 2 days from pasteurization, packaging, and being taken to the market. It can be sold even without refrigeration. The small shops can sell without refrigeration, and it will not puff.
When the yogurt is ready for distribution, it is packed in small trays of 12 and then delivered to shops locally and supermarkets.
When the yogurt is ready For distribution, we normally pack it in these trays. This tray can hold 12 pieces. So we normally pack the yogurt into these trays. Then it's put in the van in stacks of these trays. Then it's taken into the market. Biggest market right now is we target the small shops. That's our biggest market. It's the small shops and small supermarkets.
The yogurt from Eden Dairy Limited is quite the catch in Makindi town, as some of the sellers tell us it is a fast-moving commodity.
Kuhusu uzima yogurt, huwa wanatuprovide na flavors mbili, strawberry na vanilla, which are very tasty to the customers. Pia the prices are negotiable na customers wanaipenda sana yogurt yenyewe. Wanasema iko na taste mzuri. Pia wanasema ni ya nyumbani. Wanasema wanaiprefer sana juu wanajua mahali imetoka, suppliers tunawajua, they are good people. Unaweza chukua stock ulipe after 1 week. The stock kama hii nilichukua Monday. The small 100 mils dozen tatu naweza uza for 3 days. Ingine ya 150 mils nauza 2 dozen per 3 days. Pia ingine ya 250 inatembea. So per week naweza uza the 100 mils naweza uza almost 5 dozens. The 150 mils naweza uza 4 dozens. And the 250 naweza uza only 1 dozen roughly in a week.
The good feedback he is getting from the customers is giving him motivation to move forward. Victor hopes to increase his production capacity and relocate to his own premises. He also hopes to add more products to his line of production.
We plan to increase our capacity next year and move from this place and put up our own factory whereby we will not be renting, and add other product lines into our line of products. We want to add mala. We also want to start manufacturing ice cream next year. So I think we have good plans.
Sila concludes by urging dairy farmers to work towards increasing milk production, as more milk will be required to produce the yogurt as his business expands. He also urges the youth to start small, as they could get potential investors to fund their dreams and their ideas.
My advice to the farmers in Makueni, I want to encourage them to increase their milk output, or rather their production capacity, because as we grow and expand, we'll require more milk from the farmers. So I would encourage everyone, all the dairy farmers in Makueni, increase their production capacity, because very soon, as we grow, we'll require that milk, and they will have ready market for their milk. So the milk will not go into waste. And also for the youth, I think the reason why we go to school, it's not to get the white collar jobs. With a noble idea, and even without capital, as long as the idea is good, you can start something small, and then as you grow, you'll even get angel investors and actualize your idea.
With a success story like that of Victor, one would definitely consider taking up milk value addition as an entrepreneurial business idea.